11 examples that show that we are truly living in very strange days, Michael Snyder reports. Every day we're literally being bombarded by news stories that indicate that the world that we're living in is going completely nuts. We're constantly having to deal with unprecedented political chaos, economic turmoil, escalating global conflicts, frightening pestilences, and historic natural disasters. I find myself using the word chaos a lot these days because that's what we're witnessing all around us. Yesterday I shared some really crazy things that have taken place within just the past week. And today I have an even longer list of really crazy things to share with you. The following are 11 examples that show that we are truly living in very strange days. 1. It's been reported that an unidentified celestial object that is more than 27,000 times larger than our Earth is traveling through our galaxy at approximately 1 million miles an hour. A unique celestial object that has been caught hurtling through space at 1 million miles an hour, so fast it may leave the galaxy, according to NASA. It's 27,000 times larger than our Earth. The colossal object, roughly 27,306 times the size of our Earth, you can imagine how huge this is, was spotted by citizen scientists who were analyzing data from NASA's WISE telescope. So far, scientists have not been able to tell us what this object is or where it originated, but everyone agrees that it is a really big deal. The citizen scientist that first spotted this object was amazed that nobody had discovered it previously. In other words, it was an amateur that discovered it. I can't describe the level of excitement, said Martin Kabatnik, a citizen scientist from Nuremberg, Germany. When I first saw how fast it was moving, I was convinced that it must have been reported already. 2. An extremely rare doomsday fish was just discovered near the coast of Southern California, and there is a lot of speculation about what this could potentially mean. Kayakers and snorkelers exploring the Southern California coast spotted an extremely rare oarfish nicknamed the doomsday fish, since they are seen in some parts of the world as harbingers of imminent disasters. It's one of less than 24 confirmed sightings of an oarfish in the state in over 120 years, according to UC San Diego's Scripps Institute of Oceanography. The oarfish is a strikingly large, odd-looking fish with a long, silvery, ribbon-shaped body, according to the Ocean Conservatory. The fish can grow to more than 30 feet long and have large eyes and foreboding red spines in a crown-like cluster. Typically, these fish are deep-sea dwellers and thrive in waters that are least explored by scientists. 3. Did you know that mastodons once roamed the plains of Iowa? I didn't either, but apparently they did. Archaeologists in Iowa believe that they have unearthed an ancient mastodon skull dating back to when the first humans were roaming the earth. Discovered in the southern part of the state, the find is Iowa's first well-preserved mastodon, according to the University of Iowa's Office of the State Archaeologist. Scientists and local community members recently undertook a 12-day excavation at the site, which yielded several mastodon bones, primarily from the skull. 4. According to Not the Bee, an absolutely gigantic statue of a Hindu deity has just been revealed in Houston, Texas. This can't be good. A Hindu temple just unveiled a statue of their demonic lord Hanuman in Texas. This is being reported that this statue is 90 feet tall. So if you're 6 feet tall, this statue is 15 times taller than you. Apparently, it's now the tallest statue of this particular Hindu deity in all of North America. According to the temple's website, the statue is now the largest image of Lord Hanuman, the monkey god, in North America. Lord Hanuman is said to be a loyal servant of the god Rama, and one of literally millions of gods recognized in Hinduism. Number 5, it's being reported that the Secret Service is investigating an allegation that during the recent Trump campaign event in North Carolina, a female agent actually abandoned her post in order to breastfeed her baby. The Secret Service is investigating a report that a female agent reportedly left her post at a Trump campaign event in North Carolina to go breastfeed. The Secret Service acknowledged the allegations and issued a statement to Fox News Digital stating that an investigation was underway. All employees of the U.S. Secret Service are held to the highest standards. While there was no impact to the North Carolina event, the specifics of this incident are being examined. Given this is a personal matter, we are not in a position to comment further, a spokesperson for the agency said. Number 6. In Illinois, a massive outbreak of oak leaf itch mites are creating plague-like conditions all over the state. Illinois saw what was described as a biblical arrival of cicadas earlier this month. In early to mid-May, millions of periodical cicadas began to emerge from the soil in northern Illinois for the first time in 17 years, creating plague-like conditions all over the state. Although the winged critters have stopped wreaking havoc on the city streets, there's a sting in the tail. Speaking to NBC, cicada expert Dr. Jean Christie said, a particular mite known as the oak leaf itch mite can be seen in vast quantities following a cicada emergence. Number 7. A video that was posted by an unnamed farmer on social media is creating quite a stir. He says that aluminum levels in his soil are far higher than usual, and he claims that his heirloom seed crops are failing. American farmer says he's tested his soil and it has 5 times the amount of aluminum it used to have. The GMO seeds grow fine, he says, and his heirloom seed crops are all of a sudden failing. And for those that have watched the video, do you believe him? It will certainly be interesting to see if any other farmers come forward with similar accounts. Number 8. As if we didn't have enough deadly diseases to be watching for, now the CDC is warning that parvovirus B19 is something that parents in the U.S. should be concerned about. A respiratory disease known as parvovirus B19 is on the rise in the U.S. among all age groups, according to the recent advisory from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC. The CDC issued a health alert August 13 after European public health authorities reported unusual high numbers of cases in 14 countries during the first quarter of 2024, the advisory said. The virus typically causes a blotchy rash on the cheeks and appears as if someone has slapped them, hence the nickname slap cheek disease. 9. Do the Chinese know something we don't? It's being reported that they have been conducting widespread emergency infection disease response drills. In recent months, local health authorities have conducted emergency infection disease response drills across China. On August 15, Dingxi City in Gansu province, a district in Yangshan City in Yanzhou province, and Lianchuan County in Shaanxi province, carried out emergency drills for the outbreak of pneumonia of unknown cause, quote unquote, according to an official notice. A staff member of the Gansu provincial government's health hotline told the media on August 15 that the national level authorities had ordered officials in 10 provinces to conduct emergent infectious disease drills by the end of August. 10. During an interview on Sunday, the president of Belarus claimed that Ukraine invaded Russia territory because they're trying to get the Russians to use nuclear weapons. Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko claimed in an interview posted on Sunday that Ukraine's invasion of Russia is an attempt to push Moscow to hit it with nuclear weapons. Such escalation on the part of Ukraine is an attempt to push Russia to asymmetrical actions, let's say to use nuclear weapons, he said in an interview with local outlet Rossiya, according to a translation by BELTA. I know for sure that Ukraine would be very happy if Russia or we used tactical nuclear weapons there. They would applaud it. So let's hope that the Russians will keep their cool, because once nuclear weapons are used, all of our lives will dramatically change. 11. Meanwhile, the Russians continue to take more territory in eastern Ukraine In fact, we're being told that the Russians just captured the city of New York, Ukraine. Yeah, there is a city called New York in Ukraine. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has once again admitted the situation in Ukraine's east is difficult amid a continuing Russian troop advance in the Donetsk region. He said this Tuesday as Moscow announced the capture of the key town of New York, or New York. The defense ministry hailed the fresh capture of one of the largest settlements of the Toret agglomeration, calling it a strategically important logistic hub. It sits just south of the large industrial town of Toretsk, which has long been eyed by Moscow as a prime strategic goal in the region. I'm entirely convinced that this conflict in Ukraine is not going to end well. Of course, the same thing could be said about so many things that are going on in our world today. Global events appear to be building up to a grand crescendo, and the remainder of this year promises to be quite chaotic. So if you think that things are strange now, just hold on tight, because I have a feeling that they're about to get a whole lot stranger. This is by Michael Snyder on End of the American Dream. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. This is by Michael Snyder. About the author, Michael Snyder's extremely controversial new book entitled Chaos is available in paperback and for Kindle on Amazon. He's also written 7 other books that are available on Amazon, including End Times, 7-Year Apocalypse, Lost Prophets and Future of America, The Beginning of the End, and Living a Life That Really Matters. When you purchase any of Michael's books, you help to support the work he's doing. You can also get his articles by email as soon as he publishes them by subscribing to his Substack newsletter. Michael has published thousands of articles on the Economic Collapse blog, End of the American Dream, and The Most Important News, and he always freely and happily allows others to republish those articles on their own websites. These are such troubled times, and people need hope. John 3:16 tells us about the hope that God has given us through Jesus Christ. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. If you have not already done so, we strongly urge you to invite Jesus Christ to be your Lord and Savior today. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.